Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. About a year ago, I wrote an article that answered reader Rusty's question about how to get his boss to stop calling him after work. The transcript of this episode has a link to that episode. But what if you just have trouble setting work boundaries? In general, this podcast is for you. Technology has freed us. Once, we were chained to our desks. We had to be serious at work. Smiling was frowned upon, and frowns were smiled upon, which, of course, were then frowned upon. Outside of work, that was where we could play and laugh and have warm, meaningful relationships. Thanks to cell phones, the internet, and laptops, all that has changed. Last night, I was at a birthday party. One of the guests, Sam, was on call. He kept hopping on and off his laptop, complaining the whole time. I wanted to hop on his laptop too, only I'd hop on it with spiked boots. The internet lets us work at a party, or while dining with our boyfriends, girlfriends, significant others, and polyamorous family units. Marketing people call this progress. Get out your spiked boots, my friends, because we're going to do a river dance on quote-unquote progress. Guess what? If you wait for your boss to help you separate work and play, you're out of luck. Your boss's only goal is to get you to devote your entire life to slaving for the company without being paid extra. That's called being on salary. It's your job to assert yourself, starting with yourself. Choose your rules. Will you take any work-related calls or interruptions in the evenings? How late? On weekends? Maybe you'll take them at any hour, but not when you're actually with friends or family. Maybe you'll check email daily, but you won't take calls, except when you're visiting in-laws and you need an excuse to escape. Decide when, where, and for how long you're willing to be interrupted. Also, decide how much time you're willing to devote to unpaid work after hours or on weekends. Remember, if you're salaried, you're not being paid overtime, so every extra hour is a pay cut. Before taking action, think about your specific rules. In some offices, not working after hours or on weekends will dead-end your career. In some professions, limiting your interruptions will tank you. My party friend Sam is a systems administrator. His job is being on call. If he wants a life, he has to switch careers. Start setting boundaries based on your rules. Set them for yourself first. Work during work time and play during playtime, and see whether or not you even like the rules you set up. Work hard during work hours and play during play hours. Don't mix them. Don't think about work while you play, and don't think about play while you work. Your brain will respect that. If it knows you'll leave work at 5 p.m. today to play, it will let you stay focused on work all day until 5 p.m. Set up markers to show you clearly when you're at work and when you're at play. Location was once a popular marker. If you were at the office, you were working. Otherwise, you were playing. Technology smashes that distinction, but you can still use location. When you physically leave the office, stop answering your cell phones or email. If you work from home, have a physically separate work area. When you leave that area, you leave work. Clothes can be a marker. Even working from home, you can wear work clothes during work hours. When you change into your psychedelic sarong pants, you know you're done with work for the day. Time can be your marker. You'll work from 8 till 5 and leave promptly at 5. If you're using time as your marker, respect that. If you're still in the office at 5:15 p.m., you've been done with work for 15 minutes. Few of us have the willpower to use time as a marker. Location is much more powerful. Once you've drawn your boundaries for yourself, tell your coworkers. When Bernice notices she always goes to voicemail after 5, explain, "It's important to me to keep a clear line between work and play. When I leave work at 5 p.m., I stop answering the phone. I will pick up my voicemail first thing in the morning, but evenings are reserved for my family." State your behavior. Your coworkers may push back, but stand your ground. I'm paid to work from 8 to 5. I work my hardest and I give it my all during those hours, and outside those hours, the rest of my life is mine. If it's your boss who's giving you pushback, listen to my earlier podcast on the topic. Once again, you can find it at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. Of course, remember the consequences. As I mentioned in my earlier article, if not working extra hours may lead to getting fired, take that to heart. If you're not willing to be fired and you're not willing to find a new job, then you just decided to blur your work and home lives for the sake of keeping your current job. Own that. So choose your rules for when and where you'll work. Draw your boundaries for yourself using location, clothes, or time. Draw boundaries for coworkers by politely but firmly saying no to interruptions. Make sure to give them an out, however, like telling them you'll check your voicemail the first thing when you return to work. This episode's transcript has links to episodes on how to avoid taking on too much work and how to say no with honesty, respect, and style. This is Steve Robbins. Email questions to getitdone@quickanddirtytips.com and follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. Work less, do more, and have a great life.